Hi Girls on the Run, it's me, Gwen Jorgensen, and today, as we continue training, we're going to talk about warming up and cooling down. It's an important part of running for both new and experienced runners, something everyone should incorporate as part of their running routine. Warm-ups and cool-downs are part of how runners prepare for races. Now, before I show you a few simple routines, I want to tell you a little bit about our muscles. This is the Chevron Tech Minute. As a STEM major in college, I'm always so excited to talk about the math and the science of running. That's a passion that I share with Chevron. There are more than 650 muscles in the human body, some large, like the quads and our legs, and some small, like those tons of tiny little muscles in our ankles and feet. During a warm-up, before a workout or a run, what we're doing is we're starting the process of getting our blood vessels to expand and increase oxygen flow to our muscles. Getting that blood flowing is a signal to your body that it's time to go. That way, you're ready to work and less likely to get injured. On the opposite end, cooling down is how we start relaxing those muscles that have been hard at work during a run, and we start to lower our heart rate as well. We're also helping to eliminate lactic acid, which is that buildup in your muscle during exercises that causes you to feel really sore. So, now you're ready to start warming up. All right, let's get started by stretching our hamstrings. What I like to do is I put my toes together, so my toes are almost touching. I put my hands together and I'm gonna reach down for my toes and come back up. The next thing I'm going to do is walk forward and put my heels together. Same thing, come down, touch my toes. Come forward, and this time my feet are together. Now, something that's important to remember when we're doing these stretching exercises and getting our body warmed up and when we're cooling down is that you never want stretching to hurt. So just go as far as feels comfortable. The next exercise we will do will stretch our quads, which is this big muscle kind of on the front of our legs. And what we'll do is we're going to bring our heel up to our butt and we're going to grab right around our ankle with our hand. And we're gonna stand on one foot, and I like to also squeeze my glutes when I'm doing this for a little extra stretch. And I just do that alternating legs, walking down for about 3 or 4 on each side. So grab, squeeze, next leg, squeeze. The next exercise or stretch I would like to do is one that works on stretching the hip flexors. I'm going to come up in a high knee, and when I bring my leg up, I also want to try to bring my toe up. So I want to have high knee, high toe, and then I'm going to come forward into almost a half lunge. And when I'm in this half lunge, I want to make sure my knee is behind my toe, and I also want to focus on trying to get my back leg, trying to get my heel as close to the ground as possible. And then I will stretch up with my arm that is opposite to the leg that is in front of me. And you should feel this right in your hip flexor. And then you're gonna take a step forward and repeat on the other side. And I like to do this about 3 or 4 times on each side. Next, we're gonna do something that's a little bit more dynamic. So we're moving the body a little bit more. We're gonna do some high knees and some glute kicks. And those are just something to kind of go through the range of motion that your legs will go through when you are running. So I will do high knees on the way down and glute kicks on the way back. That's a fairly quick and good routine that you can do to prepare yourself to run. For me, when I'm doing my stretching and my warm-up, I mentally prepare by going through all the processes that I want to focus on during my run. For me, I like to focus on activating my glutes. When I've done that, I know that I'll be able to start my run thinking with the good process and technique, which will ultimately get me to run faster. These are some of the largest muscles in our body, and they're all very important to runners. But warming up goes beyond stretching. I want to stress the importance of using your warm-up as a time to prepare yourself to run mentally too. So take a second, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and think positively. Now, go out there and run. Once you're done with your run, no matter how far you've gone, it's a good time to start your cool down period. Before leaving the track or right after a race, spend 5 or so minutes just walking around, kind of getting that heart rate to lower and slowly return to your normal state. Next, we've got to stretch all the same muscle groups we did before we ran. They've worked hard and no one wants to be sore or stiff, and a way to eliminate that is by stretching. For the most effective cool down exercises, make sure you are using slow and controlled movements and that you take deep, even breaths. The cool down is not a race. All right, everyone, fantastic job on your run today. Your muscles will thank you for properly warming up and cooling down.